Welcome everyone. This is Mike from ZozoStockWatch.com, and this is your watch list for Wednesday, the 20th. Some day trades and some swing trades to watch for tomorrow. And tomorrow is the 20th. Wednesday. All right, let's go ahead and look at some of the news that came out after the bell tonight. And MU had earnings courtesy of the trade exchange. The news here, they beat on earnings, beat on revenue for MU, and the stock popped up. So you would think that would help the semiconductor names. So keep the semiconductor names. Intel was popping into the close tonight. AMD. Not so much in the after hours, but AMD, I'll show you the daily chart on AMD, making a nice move back here over $11 a share. So, that might help, the semiconductor names here with MU beating on earnings. So we'll have to see when the market sets up for tomorrow. But MU, nice guiding earnings per share for quarter two and revenue higher. And so very nice move there by MU. Next up, after the bell, we had BLIN. They had earnings, BLIN, and that stock popping under $5 name, popping here on the beat by 5 cents and beat on revenue, BLIN. SCS, Steelcase, earnings per share in line, revenue miss, SCS. So that stock gapping down in the after hours. Galt had news after the bell, and that stock popped, gave some back, but holding about the midpoint of this pop for GALT. So we'll talk about that one later when we get into the watch list for tomorrow. SFX, a recent IPO, SFIX, Stitch Fix. This thing has been on a tear since its IPO. It's been up a lot. It popped in the after hours on earnings, but then gave away the gains in the after hours. I believe they had their conference call also tonight after the bell. Red Hat. Earnings per share and revenue beat, RHT, Red Hat, and that stock went down in the after hours tonight. And then FedEx also had earnings. The stock popped, and so that stock doing well in the after hours for FedEx. CASA announces closing of initial public offering for CASA, and that stock up a little bit in the after hours, not too much. Andrew Left came on CNBC tonight, and he is, short Riot, RIOT. If you look at my feed, Zozo Stockwatch, I put the video of him on CNBC Fast Money tonight with Melissa Lee. So if you want to check out that interview for Riot, it's on my Twitter feed, okay? So it's with the RIOT symbol, and then you'll see the video. After the bell also, we had crude data come out, the API crude oil data. So let's take a look at the USO, the ETF. Popped a little bit. USO, let's see, there was a drawdown of 5.222 million barrels. Gasoline was plus, distillate minus 2.85, and Cushing plus, I guess 0.7 million on Cushing. So USO, held the gains, nothing major, no major reaction after the bell. TXMD had some news. After the bell, that stock moving down in after hours. Here's the news for that with their announces FDA acceptance of new drug application. Anyway, so the stock selling off in after hours on that. And once again, this is news courtesy of the trade exchange. First Solar to power Zorel. So let's see, FSLR, if that was doing anything in the after hours. Not much there on First Solar. SKLN, Skyline Medical, acquiring up to 25% stake in Helomix Corporation. So SKLN actually popped on that news, but then gave back the gains in the after hours. Let's see. CBIO had a public offering. CBO, this stock has been on a tear on the daily chart, and the stock gapping down in the after hours tonight. CBIO on that offering. DYN, GLW, and PXS filed F3. Let's see, PXS, that's a shipper. That stock moving down in the after hours tonight. um, Top insider purchases. We had, let's see, S, which is Sprint. And so SoftBank, nothing much going on there with Sprint. PSEC, another insider purchase. PSEC stock doing nothing though on that insider purchase. There's been quite a few on this PSEC insider purchases. APPN, let's check that one out. Not doing too much in the after hours tonight. 10% owner purchased over 17,000 shares, and then AREX is the last AREX. That one popping in the after hours. Oil and gas name purchased 550,000 shares at 259. So AREX popping in the after hours, like I said, oil and gas name. All right, so let me get this out of our way, and then we'll move into what happened today with the markets and whatnot. But we'll also look at some of the unusual call activity. All right, Wendy's. Had a big pop today. Wendy's. They even mentioned this one on CNBC on the halftime show. Wendy's unusual call activity. BlackBerry unusual call activity. PAH, GIS, IP, BBT. OTIC and Dunkin' Donuts was on a nice run today. Then with the to the put side, unusual put activity. Snap, KS, TXMD, and NDAQ, all to the put side, unusual put activity. Top gainers today: Meat, NXTD, Craig, TEUM, DRI, to name a few. And then to the downside, Cree, they got a downgrade today on Cree. SMTC, OSTK, SOL, they had earnings, weren't good enough. And then Tesla was down even after getting an order from UPS. I think it was for like 125 electric trucks. But Tesla down today. For our futures tonight, it's about 7:45 my time, give or take a few minutes. Dow futures up 27, S&P futures up 4, and the NASDAQ futures up about 10 this evening. It looks like they're going to pass the tax bill in the Senate. So I don't know if that got passed yet, but it was close to being passed for tonight. For the tax bill, so the market likes that. Tomorrow is Wednesday the 20th, as I mentioned. So here's some of your earnings before the bell tomorrow: BlackBerry, BB, GIS, and Winnebago, WGO. And then after hours tomorrow, you have BBBY, which is Bed Bath and Beyond, and that's the one most major. I think ADXS maybe, but eyes will be on that BBBY, Bed Bath and Beyond. For your economic information tomorrow, 7 o'clock, MBA mortgage applications, 10 o'clock, existing home sales. Then you have the EIA petroleum numbers coming out. So that's pretty much it for tomorrow. And then Thursday, let's just check the earnings real fast. If there's any big earnings, Hovnanian, HOV, Finish Line, CAG. So a few more earnings coming out. KMAX, CarMax, after the bell. Nike, that's a big one for Thursday. All right, so that's some of your earnings and whatnot. And then economic, just pretty straightforward. Nothing major coming out, but well, I guess GDP Thursday at 8:30. And then Friday, durable goods at 8:30. So I guess a couple of big numbers coming out for economic information. Let's go ahead and take a look at the SPY. I don't know if you watched the video last night. We were talking about the SPY. I didn't like, this candle, the action in this candle too much yesterday. And on the close, and then we got this kind of engulfing candle, IWM, very similar engulfing candle here, but still above the 5 EMA on the daily chart, not too much damage, and then the SPY also to the 5 EMA with the 10 just below there for the SPY. QQQ, once again, right down to the 5 EMA on the Q. So not a lot of damage done to the markets. Felt like a very sluggish day, but we did find some nice movers today, and I was very happy with some of the oil names that we found moves in, and I'll attach that video for you. Schlumberger and MRO were some very nice traders today. IWC, the micro cap, same thing, down to the 5 EMA. IBB was trying to bounce today. But then they sold it off as it got up to this, 107 spot. We're right now under the 100 SMA on the IBB. All right, so that's some of the markets for you. And then some of the stocks you should have on watch, or one of them might have on watch. AMD with Micron beating. If this thing gets back over, 1120, or even if it gets back over maybe 1110. Even a possible swing trade in this as we're getting away from this, $10, 970 area. We do have the 50 SMA though rolled over. So AMD though, possible swing trade tomorrow, depending on how Micron affects the semis. CCIH, we actually traded this 2 times in the room today. All right, once was a break here of 247, and we got a pop up to about 275. Then we traded it again near the close, and we got another nice pop there on CCIH. So that'll be on watch for tomorrow. Possible day trades in that name. CNAT, 1.1 million shares traded. Nice candle here, so we'll see if that sets up intraday. CNET popped, pulled back. 2.7 million shares traded in that name. COP, another oil name kind of setting up here. If it can get over, $53 a share, possible swing trade in COP. Craig, tried playing this one today, but I took a 6-cent loss in this one, so I never revisited it. But maybe tomorrow might be a better day for Craig. That one will be on watch. Delt. Coming up off the bottom here, back above some of the fast moving averages, back above the 50. This 120 spot is in the way on DELT. So keep your eye on that one. EBIO, an under $1 name, was moving up in the after hours, got up to 94 cents. So EBIO might be one to watch. FTFT, big pop in this name. FTFT, big volume, beverage company. So we'll see if this sets up tomorrow. Galt had that news. The daily looks terrible, but it did this in the after hours on Galt. So we'll see if there's any kind of setup in that. HMNY. Starting to get some pops and some buying. This is the 5-minute chart. Not a pretty daily here. I'll open it up. We're hanging around this 200 SMA here, the green line. So I don't know. It's not a favorite right now. It's got a lot of work to do, but intraday it might give you something. KL, Kirkland Gold, setting up nicely here on the daily chart. All right, so keep your eye on this one. All right, a lot of folks, they like to play that knack, but it's not a very pretty chart. Okay, it keeps coming up to this 230 spot here on NAK and then pulling back. I think you're better off watching like a KL, where the chart is maybe a possible breakout here on KL. So keep an eye on that one. LENS. We'll see if this sets up intraday. Big pop in the name. So, I didn't get this one. It happened, I think, during lunchtime, and that one popped nicely. MARK, trying to get over this 1050 area, 1060 area, pulled back from it, but holding up pretty well. All right, on Mark, MCF, an oil name, getting back above the 50 SMA, popped up to the 100 SMA, still below all the moving averages. This is the stock we traded today. MRO, sorry for the lines, but that was from my trades today when it got over 1550. And then we got a beautiful move in this MRO today. On this name. So we're still in this one. It was a day trade that became a swing trade, but in a good way. All right. We got in at over 1550, 1552 to be exact, and stock ran all the way to 1602. We're still in some shares of this, and we'll see if we can get some more out of that MRO. But a nice move here in that oil name. Schlumberger also, we traded that. Still below the 100 SMA. Some folks are trying to swing trade this one also on Schlumberger from at ZozoStockWatch.com. Meat, MEET. Nice pop today, nice volume today. I didn't catch this one, but maybe it'll set up for tomorrow. MYO turning around 1.9 million, getting back above the 10 SMA. Only thing is it has this 50 SMA in the way on MYO. NXTD. Nice pop here, nice volume. So we'll see if there's any kind of continuation or setup on a daily chart. OIH, if if you can't play Schlumberger, if it's too big for you, or Halliburton, then there's always rig, but that one's not setting up as nicely. There's BHGE. That one looks pretty good. You might want to keep an eye on that. And GE, it looks like garbage, but BHGE, which is the refiner, that one looks like it's perking up there, trying to get up over 32. Anyway, so if you want to play something in regards to those service sector stocks, you could keep an eye on the OIH. If it can get back over, maybe 24.55, 24.60 on the OIH. PTI. After this big gap up on PTI, it's actually holding up pretty well, holding this 5 EMA. If it can get back over the highs today, 517. So keep your eye on PTI. RES broke out today. Would like a little bit of a pullback here, maybe to retest 25 if possible, for a possible swing trade in RES. Shack. Actually, through all the selling today, holding up pretty well. So we'll see. I'll keep this one on watch. Maybe a possible swing trade in Shack. I don't see any of the other restaurant like Habit not doing anything. Loco not doing anything. So Shack actually, holding up pretty well. I think Jack, they sold their division there, and that one popped a little bit. But out of them, I think Shack looks pretty good, holding the 10, holding the 5. So I'm keeping my eye on that one. SKLN, with that news after the bell, it popped. It's an ugly daily, but maybe there might be some action in this. I don't really do well day trading this stock. It's fits and starts, so we'll see. Not a favorite on that one. TEUM. Actually holding up pretty well here, on TEUM. After hours, though, it was kind of ticking down a little bit. So we'll see on this one of these blockchain Bitcoin stocks. And then I'm not, Riot, we always have this one on watch, after the Andrew left interview. So the stock moving down a little bit for Riot. All right. Mara did that secondary yesterday, but not too much damage done to it. Mara, and then there's SSC. These are all kind of your blockchain stocks. Kind of faded off in the after hours though on that one, and then SRAX. Trying to get back over this maybe 680 spot. Keep an eye on that 680 spot for SRX, a little bit far away from it right now as it moved down in the after hours. On Andrew left. All right, so that's it. That's the watch list for tomorrow. All right, everybody have a good day trading. This is Mike from ZozoStockWatch.com. Come check us out in our service. Get your first month basically half price, 30 days for half price. And I'll talk to you and see you around the way on Twitter. If you like these videos, please hit the thumbs up. All right, gives me encouragement to do more videos. And I would appreciate if you could hit the thumbs up. That would be a great help. All right, have a very nice evening. Thanks for listening now or in the future. All right, have a great night.